Welcome back, everyone! I am the MoeChicken, and we're back with more Earthworm Jim number 1, episode 2. I was about to call it Earthworm Jim 2 because it's the second episode, whatever. We are here in the heckish landscape of what the heck? The planet Heck, ruled back, as you can see him back there, ruled by the nefarious Evil the Cat. Now, if you were here last time, you know that we escaped from New Junk City on Earth. As Earthworm, we are Earthworm Jim. We escaped from New Junk City, and now we are just on sort of a journey. Honestly, if I remember correctly, there's not even really an explanation as to why Jim is doing any of this. He just can now, and he knows that there are people out there that are hunting for him, so he's just gonna kind of be on the run. And we found ourselves in this weird cheese-like place. It always looked like it was made of cheese to me. Now, there's a thing right here. So you can see down there, there's a hook. Wait for it to sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. So you can actually skip the next section if you want to. I'm going to go through it just so you know, but keep in mind we will come back to that hook later. Anyway, yeah, we're just kind of on a journey because we can, I guess. He's a worm. He's a worm from the country that suddenly found out that he can travel and decided he wanted to. So I haven't really talked very much about the controls yet, I suppose. Jim has several basic functions. He can jump, he can duck, he can run, he can whip. You can either whip on the ground in multiple directions, or you can jump and whip, which always goes in sort of a diagonal. Now you can use the whip, or you can shoot too. I wasn't doing that because I have a power-up right now, but I wasted one, so I'll waste the other. You can shoot! Yay! You can shoot in you can shoot in 8 directions. It's very useful. So you can latch onto hooks with the whip, or rather with, I guess I should say it's Jim's body, because the suit is basically pulling Jim out by the head and whipping with him, which is probably terribly painful for him. That's why there are little eyeballs on the hook when I connect with it. But anyway, that trick that I'm trying to do, where you swing one way and then you swing back the other, it becomes relevant later on. I actually don't know if you get anything for it here, though. Yeah, it's not really important here, but it is important in other places. Anyway, yeah, so he can... oh, jeez. Oh, and he can also helicopter. He can helicopter with his head. It's very strange. And then there are these things. They're spooky as all get out, and I have no idea what they're supposed to be. They're just creepy monster things. So those are the general controls of the game. And it's just kind of a fun platformer. It's wacky, it's weird. The visuals are really nice. I saw a video once that was talking about the way the game visuals were made, and apparently they hired an actual cartoon animator and just scanned in the various cells of the animation and kind of compressed them into this. And it makes me wonder, I know that there... by the way, that's that hook that we saw earlier, so we just kind of did the circuit. I would love to see it, if there was a game... I know they've remade this game several times, so maybe this already exists, but... oh, I like this, look. You can pull up your butt! You can just pull up your butt. That works. I would love to see a game that actually uses the original animation cells, but anyway. Let's do that. Whip you. Land here, and whip back, and we get an extra life. Yay, extra life. But yeah, so that's part of the reason why there's so much character to the way everything looks in this, is because it was done by a professional animator. I think that's really cool. The characters, the environment, it all looks very weird and distinctive. Again, getting back to that idea of I like things weird as a kid. Also, I cannot talk today. I apologize. And now we're going to be fighting an evil lawyer from Heck. This was in the 90s. This is when it was a common joke to say lawyers are evil. You whip him, you shoot him, and you're done. Now, again, we can skip here. So if I go this way, which I will, we will fight a mini-boss. If I just duck and whip that, I can actually get past all the next part. But we're going to go so I can show you the entirety of the game. Go, 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 go! And in here we find another one of these green gems that look out of place here because they're so bright. We find a snowball's chance in Heck. This is the snowman. It shoots fire at you. The only way it can take damage, if I remember correctly, is by whipping it. If you try and shoot it, it just disappears, so you have to get close. And we beat it. Frosty the snowman is dead. Frosty the snowman from heck is dead. And it just teleports us like one floor down. We're just under where we were before. So you can see, there's that hook. Now this hook, I think, I'm not actually sure if that was intended to be something you could skip or not, but it's supposed to be used for this. You go over here, and there's lots of secrets, so that's helpful. Now, you see that there. If I remember correctly, if you pick that up, it's a trap. But I also think that the trap triggers even if you don't pick it up, so I'm going to do it so you can see the trap. So he throws a bomb, explodes, and lots of those fall down. Now, the easiest way to take care of this, there's a place where you can stand, right around here. Just kind of like stand there, easy enough, no problem, and it eventually stops. It's I think a net gain from that, so not bad. But yeah, there's I don't know. I have a lot I want to say about this game, but I'm just kind of gushing because I'm very excited to be playing it. Because I haven't played it in so long. That, I don't know, it's fun. It's fun whenever you get to go back and play a game that you played as a kid. Anyway, but yeah, we're making our way through Heck. We're on our way to, we have an appointment with the evil ruler of Heck, Evil the Cat, because of course a cat would be the ruler of Heck. Who, I mean, why would you be surprised by this? Also, I love that it's pre-censored. It's pre-censored to Heck. That level is actually called What the Heck. Although I don't know, is that? I actually don't think that's what it's called in the cheat mode menu, because the cheat mode menu has different names for all the levels. It may actually be decensored in the cheat mode. Ooh, naughty. Now, this right here is a big old slope. I'm going to try to skip the next section just to see if I can actually manage to do it. So, he flexed. His pants fell down. I always love that. Like, Jim has a bunch of different things he will do if you just stand still, but I won't show them off right now. Yeah, so if I can, let's see if I can do it. If you jump, helicopter, and then push, you can push through the wall, and yeah, there we go. Skip the section. I'm going to go back and do the section so you can see it, but yeah, you can just kind of skip there if you want to. Anyway, spikes. The spikes and monster thing. I don't even know what they're called. Scary face. Scary, spooky face. These things... I'm surprised those things did not actually give me nightmares as a kid, because I was a chicken as a child, much as I am now. And it seems like the kind of thing that would have scared me, but I guess maybe because, you know, they're so easy to take care of, I wasn't afraid of them. Yeah, so you could have skipped all of this if you wanted to by just doing that little... doing that little trick I showed you, but... You need to learn, like, this is one of those skills that you need to have in the game, is to swing multiple times, so it's worth it to get the practice in. Let's see, I think there's more of the spooky time faces. Yeah, there he goes. Do this. Here's something else funny. If you hang onto a cliff and hold down, you will scratch your butt. Oh, this game. Oh, the 90s. Ugh. Alright, I think we are almost done with the stage. Almost done with the stage. Maybe get some health. Get a little bit more health. Actually, I think those give you like 3 health maybe every time you pick them up. And we will go on this, and we will go to Evil the Cat, whereupon... Oh no! We're out of the suit! I'm just a worm now! I always thought this was kind of funny. You're just a worm, the suit's up there, it's like, hey! How's it going? What's going on? He's cleaning... Evil's cleaning himself up there. So those blue things that you see, I always thought that was like a goatee, like he had an evil goatee. It's not, though. He's got weird blue buck teeth and like a rat tail. I don't know. Evil the Cat is a very strange-looking character. Now, the premise here, we can't actually attack him, we can't do anything to him, but we can let him continue to burn away the area right there. Whereupon, you know, it will break, and we will get up to our suit, and it'll be wonderful. And there's, like, spooky faces in the background. Now, this game was made during the famous rivalry between Nintendo and Sega. And I'm just gonna cruise for a little so I can talk about this. There are distinct differences between the two. In my opinion, Earthworm Jim for the Super Nintendo, seeing as I am a Super Nintendo fanboy, looks better and sounds better. But the Sega Genesis version had an entire extra level. But what the Sega Genesis version did not have are those weird, disturbing-looking clown faces in the background. I'm not even really troubled by clowns, but this one over here on the left really creeps me out. Anyway, the less we think about that, the better. Now, Evil Cat, being a cat, has 9 lives. And so we have to kill him 9 times. There's life number 1, and he will always shoot out 2 little flames afterward. Which, if you do it right, you can orbit down, and it's not too much trouble. But you have to be right where they cross, or it won't work. If you're off even just a little bit, you'll get hit by one of them. So it's tricky to do, but I will try it every time. And so far, things are going well. I don't even know what he does to you. Does he scratch you? Like, he just kind of like runs around you and it hurts you for some reason, and it makes it like a screaming noise. I don't know what it's supposed to be. 1 life left. 1 life to live, cat. Die! And we are done. Get out the pocket rocket. Hop on and take off. And I have very little health, so I'm glad I actually succeeded at that. Groovy! Groovy! The things I use to entertain myself. And the asteroids. So, each one of these is a little bit more difficult. They get pretty tough at the end. I will probably have to fight Psychro at some point, but I will still continue to try and get as many continues as I can before that point, because I need them. And get off the stage! Stupid crow! Another thing that was a difference between the Sega Genesis version and this one is that in the Sega version, all the Anti-Asteroids levels looked the same. Like, you can see this is kind of like red, whereas the last one was blue. In the Sega version, they were all just blue. Everyone was blue. And there are a couple of other palette choices which were kind of weird. A level later on, which is supposed to be set in like deep space. In the Super Nintendo version, it was kind of like a blue and purple palette. It looks sort of dark. In the Sega version, it was like bright pink for some reason. I don't know. I played the Sega version first because... Yep, I win. And yeah, I won, and I got the continue. And so now it's time for rodeo again! I love how much personality the suit has, because all those times where the suit pulls Jim out, that's the suit doing it. So it would be like if you were driving down the street and all of a sudden your car just like started doing things on its own. Like it just opened the doors on its own, or it changed the radio station or something. It's very strange. Alright, so that will be it for this episode. In the next episode, groovy, we will be going to... Wait for it. We will be flushed down the tube, so I hope you'll come back and see me then. This is Earthworm Jim, I'm the MoeChicken. Thanks for stopping by.